Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy hump day. It is hump day. It is hump day. Happy hump day to you guys. Come on in. 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 Oh, goodness. This thing. I guess that's better. How's everybody doing? Ooh, we already got 100 people in the room. El Teddy must have. Well, I know he let out class because I was over there at the end when he let out class. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. You can't chat in Twitch? Oh, did my Twitch account get messed up or something? Ooh. Let me see. Look, let me see if I got any alerts or anything on my Twitch. I did update the app. But I was just in El Teddy's, I was just in El Teddy's Twitch. Huh. Let me see if there's a problem. Hold on. Let me. Under activity. Profile. Okay. Profile. Okay. Profile. Okay. Profile. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. I typed in the chat. I don't know why it's not letting you type. I don't know, Quake. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not giving me an error message or anything, and it just let me type in the chat. I don't know. Because I know you be over there faithfully, honey. So I don't know what's going on. I have to check and see if I got any emails or anything. Although I don't remember. I've just been in my email because I've been trying to set something up. That's why part of the reason why I'm a little late. Because I was trying to set something up, which I still wasn't able to get set up. But we're gonna work on it. I don't like when I can't figure out how to do stuff. I'll be back. I'm gonna figure it out. I hate when stuff isn't user-friendly, but I hate when I can't figure it out, even when something is not user-friendly, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it together. All right. I'm sorry though. I don't know why it's not letting you talk in Twitch, but we are on Twitch. Let me say hi to the people real quick. What up, Sure? Let me start from the top, child. Before I start calling off names, let me do them in order, honey. Let me do them in order. Oh, here I go. Okay, let me say hi to the people. Here we go. What's up, The Informed? Hey, boo. What's up, Chuck? Corray, Auntie Eva. Auntie Eva, hey, girl. Hey, good to see you again. What's up, Chuck? Stephanie. What's going on? Nubian Mahogany, Amber, Quake, Majini. Hey, my love. Miss Jocelyn, Half Pin. Hey, girl. Sweet Pea. What's up, boo? Kawale, Rock Chick. What's going on? Hey, Makia. Tawana. Hey, girl. Morgan. Gossip in the Garden. Sharice. Ravine. Hey, boo. What's up, Ebs? Natty, what's going on? Hey, Marilyn, and thank you for being a member for 43 months. Shout out to you. What's up, Brandon? Alexis, Bilo, Miss Pretty, amazing. Look at all these people lit up in green. Yes, to the board of directors. You know, you lit up in green, you're a part of the board. Hey, lovely Nola. Chuck said, welcome to any new folks. I hope you enjoy yourselves and subscribe. We always have a good time, okay, with a T. At Really B's house. Yes. What's up, Tracy? What's up, boo? Hey, Benji. What's up, Nay? All right. Savon, what's going on? Hey, Cheryl, Montrez, So Jeff. What up, Don Boo? Hey, Kelly, I saw you. Baby, you had some people down in your comments today, huh? What up, Kenya? T. Will, what's going on? Hey, Katrina. So welcome, everybody. Come on in. Now listen. A couple of quick things. And Auntie Eva was with well, I ain't gonna tell Auntie Eva business, child. I'm just gonna say I had a conversation with Auntie Eva last night. I'm gonna leave it at that. Well, hell, I guess I haven't said that. I'm telling on myself. Forget I said anything about Auntie Eva, child. Forget I said Auntie Eva name. But anyway, I had a very interesting Zoom meeting last night. And it was a good time. And I learned some stuff, and I realized some things that I'm working on. You know, I'm working on. That's one of the things I was working on today, was trying to do some stuff. And y'all know I've been working really hard behind the scenes, and it's just a lot of moving parts that I have going on right now. So bear with me. I'm just trying to improve things over here for the tribe, make things a little bit better for us over here in the tribe. Okay. But that's part of what I was working on. I was trying to set up. If anybody in here has ever set up a MailChimp, it's a website called MailChimp where I can set up a mailing list. So I can send you guys alerts when I'm going live, send you guys information. So I don't always have to make tribe announcements. You can sign up for the mailing list. If anybody has any experience with that, please let me know. That's what I was trying to set up today, baby. And it was giving me a hard time. Okay. It was giving me a hard time. So if you're familiar with MailChimp, or if you are familiar with another, program that is similar to that, okay. Chef Don said call him. I sure will. I will call you. I will. Because actually I have a question about something else too. So I'm going to call you. Y'all use it on campus? Okay. So we're working on that, so that way, you know, we'll always have to say the same stuff over and over again. I'll announce it. I'll let everybody know. And then I can set up mailing lists where, and again, for those of you that say you're not getting alerts from YouTube, and hey, I don't, you know, I didn't know you were live. And I mean, I've literally had people reach out to me and say, I thought you stopped doing YouTube because I don't ever get your notifications anymore. This way I can send out notifications, and just create a mail list for you guys. Well, look who done dropped down. What's up, my prodigal nephew? Hey, Aaron, how you doing, boo? Hey, Marcus, shout out from Virginia, from the VA. Tracy's, wait a minute, hold on. Ravine, was that Ravine that said, give me all the drinks, please? Lord, them people must have got on Ravine's nerves today down to the workplace. And she said, give me all of them. Just give me all the drinks. Hold on, let me see what's on the bar tonight. No, that's Tawanda. Okay, well, I know them people get on her nerves. Okay. I thought that was Ravine. I'm about to say, Lord. Okay, the bar is open. We have a Peach Cosmo Biscoff Whiskey Sour. That's a lot going on. A sour watermelon mojito, and for the non-drinkers, we have a passion fruit sparkling lemonade. I mean, I would try that Biscoff, situation. Go slide one of them down here for me. Go slide one of them, slide it on down the bar. Okay. What's up, Emily? We were also looking into Sign Up Genius. Now, I know Sign Up. I have used Sign Up Genius before, but I've never used Sign Up Genius as a mail blast. I've used it for parent teacher conferences where I set up when we first went virtual, and so when we had to sign up parents to schedule parent teacher conferences with us, I've used Sign Up Genius for that. I never thought about. I didn't know they do a mail list. Okay, we're gonna Jay Wash. When I get off here, if you hear to the end, text me or call me. Give me about an hour and a half. I'm usually on here about an hour and a half. So even if you step away, text me or call me by 8:30, and we're gonna knock it out. We're gonna knock it up. Really be so far we're using MailChimp. Oh, so y'all are using MailChimp. Yeah. Tracy Kim said he needs you to write a book with all your drinks in them. I think you need to write a book too. You need to put together a book. That's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm gonna eventually graduate to, sending out text messages to let people know when I'm live. That's Katrina. That's actually where I got the idea from. I got the idea from DJ Richie Sky. So anyway, that's what we're working on, and that'll help. That'll help as well. And also, as we continue to grow the travel community, what I want to be able to do is set up email blasts for specific trips. So for example, right now, I have 2 different trips going on right now. I have a cruise that we're going on in February, which you may still book. It is not sold out. Okay. You can still book the cruise. And then we are doing a cruise to Alaska. Now, as of right now, it's an overlap. Everybody that's going on the Alaska cruise is going in February. But when it gets to a point where it's not the same people, that way I can send out update information and, do it that way. So that's what I'm trying to get to, y'all. We're trying to elevate things over here. The text notifications get it. Yeah. Richie Scott said that's why he stopped doing it. He said, because it got expensive, but but the MailChimp is what I want to work on. Like I said, we can elevate the text later, but right now we're going to do the email, So anyway, that's what we're doing. So that's what I was trying to do. But Don, my little baby, my baby bro, Don said he got me. So I'm gonna give him a call. MailChimp is a pain. They are constantly changing the layout, but once you get the basics down, it's great. We do a weekly newsletter. See, that's why I was having a hard time getting it set up. It was just a lot of layers to it yeah. So, but again, I feel like it's one of those things, like you said, once I got it, I got it. But anyway, we're gonna get into it. Emily D. Baker sends out emails to her members and subscribers, I think as well. Okay, I didn't know that Emily Baker did it. I'm not a member on her channel. I do watch her channel. She doesn't come up as much as she used to. That's one thing about YouTube. They real fickle. If you don't click on somebody's video, baby, they will take that person out of your algorithm, which is why I understand how I get out of people's algorithm. If you don't watch my videos every day and you go 2 or 3 weeks without watching one of my videos, child, they didn't push somebody else up in your algorithm. Because I know at one point I used to watch all the Emily Baker stuff. I kind of got away from watching Emily Baker when I started watching Pam. I'm starting to get my legal news from Pam. Oh, Emily Baker has an app now too. Oh wow, a lot of people are going to apps. And actually, Tracy, I want to talk to you about something. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. Remember what you just said, Tracy. Remember what you just said. You said, listen, I can definitely give you a drink of the day recipe. Remember what you just said. I'm going to circle back around to that. Remember what you just said. Okay. With that being said, y'all, let's get into it. Let's just do it. My tip, just turn the confirmation email option. That set me back days. Just turn it on or turn it off. Let me know. Am I doing politics today? I am going to talk a little bit of politics. I'm going to talk to you guys about the 25th Amendment. That is on my list of things to talk about. Yes. Turn it off. Okay, thank you. Turn it off. Got it. Turn off the confirmation email. Got it. I watched Emily Baker before Cardi being Afro Man. Baby, you know what? I'd have to go catch Emily Baker's breakdown on Afro Man. I'm sure it was hilarious. I like Emily Baker. I just stopped watching her as much because I think whatever trials she had started covering, I wasn't interested in. I think I haven't really been watching her since after the lady up in Boston, the lady that they said that she killed her boyfriend, who was a cop up in Massachusetts. I think that might have been the last trial I followed with her. Larry Reed. Yeah, Larry Reed does it too. He does it too. Yeah. I've seen other people do it. I just, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna get into some things. Something I realized last night on the call that I was on last night. What I realized last night was I have to really change my mindset. I've been telling you, Karen Reed, I've been telling you guys that I want to transition out of what I'm doing, but I want to be at a point where I'm making enough money on social media to do it. What I realized last night is I'm leaving a lot of money on the floor. So last night helped me change my mindset on monetization and what that looks like. And so I'm changing my mindset. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna be ready to quit my job tomorrow. That ain't what I'm saying either. But what I am saying is it's definitely helped me change my mindset, and it's helping me look at things a little differently on monetization and how fast, where that money's coming from, and how to help grow my community. And that was one of the things that we talked about was the MailChimp, like basically owning your audience. Like, why am I relying on YouTube to let you guys know when I'm live, when I can create my own system to let you guys know myself? You know what I mean? And I don't know why it never occurred to me before to do that. I saw other YouTubers doing it, but they were always bigger YouTubers who I thought, oh, well, they're making the money to do that. They can afford to do that. When I realized a lot of these things aren't that expensive, but you have to change that mindset. And even the ones that are paid, if I can get to the point where I have 19,000 subscribers, right? We know that not all 19,000 are active subscribers, but let's say 10,000 are active subscribers. If I have a way to contact and let all 10,000 of my subscribers know when I'm going live, if I can increase my audience by just 300 people when I'm going live, that service pays for itself. You see what I'm saying? That service pays for itself at that point. So even if it's something I'm paying for, if I get it to work for me, it pays for itself. You know, when I was telling you guys about my extra phone, I really only keep that phone because I was using it to go live on TikTok. I'm not really using it. I'm not going live on TikTok. And when I was going live on TikTok, I still wasn't making enough money on TikTok to make it worth the extra bill. I'm paying $60 a month for that extra phone. I'm not making $60 on TikTok. Can people make $60 on TikTok? Absolutely. People make a lot of money on TikTok. I'm not making $60 on TikTok right now. So that's why Abby was trying to help me the other day figure out how to connect my TikTok to StreamYard. We couldn't figure out how to do it. Now she's got it connected on Restream, and she didn't have a problem getting it connected on Restream, which again now is making me rethink, do I need to go to Restream? I tried Restream. It was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I was used to StreamYard. I just stayed with StreamYard. However, if I can save $60, really more than that, because Restream is cheaper than StreamYard. If I can save $80 a month and then potentially be consistent enough on TikTok where I'm making more money on TikTok, it's a win-win. Those are the types of things when I say I got to change my mindset. You know, is it worth me figuring out the bumps and bruises of Restream if I can go live on TikTok from Restream and cut this phone off? Yeah, it is. It is. So we're figuring it out. What up, JB? Hey, boo. You know I didn't get Monday's episode, because the Rito man wanted to have a press conference during Beyond the Gates. Child, I'm over StreamYard at this point. I am too. It's because we are used to StreamYard, but there are so many places that you could explore. StreamYard is too high. I do need to get off of StreamYard. And like I said, I tried Restream and I didn't hate it. I went to what was comfortable. It's just, I went to what was Now Xavier said Restream is our new MacBook. I did fight MacBook. I did fight MacBook for a long time, and now I love it. I mean, I'm still getting used to it, but you know what, Xavier, you're right. When you put it like that, you're right. You're right. Let me find, you know what? I mean, I need to find out what my pay cycle is on StreamYard. When's the next time they're going to charge my card? And then so I can cancel it before then. I'm going to try to start using Restream more often so I can get used to it. And then Abby can show me how to connect my TikTok. And then we work. Listen, we cooking with grease. All right. Keep it moving. JB, you still get on this cruise with us in February, right? I didn't forget, and I'm going to keep bothering you. Don, hey. Have you booked yet, sir? Have you booked your February cruise yet? I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on right now. I know, I understand, but sir, go on and pay that deposit, and then We can revisit the rest of it after the awards, after the Streamlight Awards. I said the Streamlight. Starlight. Monday's episode of Beyond the Gates was good if you love Naomi / the cop. I don't. They irritate my soul. But I'll go back and watch it though. So let's get into it, y'all. We're gonna talk about the 25th Amendment and what the 25th Amendment is. I know that's being thrown around a lot, and I don't know how many people actually understand what the 25th Amendment is. So we're gonna get into that. Let's talk about let me go to the phone. It gave their full love story. Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch it though. I'm gonna go back and watch it. All right, let me go back. So let's close this chapter, honey. Let's go on and close this chapter. Dawn Staley posted a message on her social media. I believe it was on Monday. So let's read what Dawn had to say. Dawn said the following. Hold on, let me find it. I was gonna say I cashed out it, Lord. I know I screenshotted it. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it, child. Here it is right here. Is this it right here? Nope, that's not it. That's what Gino said. Hold on. Lord, I know here it is right here. Dawn Staley posted the following on her social media on Monday. She said, with the college women's basketball season behind us, it's time to move forward and close the chapter on how our semifinal game with UConn ended. Quote, all of this is a quote because it's her letter. I spoke with Gino and I want to be clear. I have a great deal of respect for him and what he's meant to this game. One moment doesn't define a career and it doesn't change the impact he's had on growing women's basketball. The standard at UConn is what it is because of him, and that's something this game has benefited from. So I'm asking everyone to turn the page. Let's refocus on what matters most. Continuing to elevate our game, creating opportunities, and pushing it forward. That's always been my mission, and it's not changing. Dawn Staley. So then Gino posted this on his social media after Dawn posted hers, and it said, this morning, Dawn Staley and I spoke about our interaction after the game last Friday. I apologize to Dawn, her staff, and her team. I've lost more games in the Final Four than any coach in history. But Friday, I lost something more important. I lost myself. Those who know me know I have nothing but respect and admiration for the game and the coaches who coach it. Dawn and her team deserve to win, and they deserve better than that from me. Women's basketball deserve better. My university, my athletes, my former players, and our fans deserve better. Dawn and I have agreed to move on, and we hope the focus will shift back to the growth in women's basketball. The game deserves it. So this is what I'm going to say. I can't be more mad than she is. If she spoke to this man and she's willing to move forward, I know that she didn't say she forgave him. She just said she's ready to turn the page. I can accept that. Because let me tell you something. I can't be more mad than you are. I think that with a couple of days, I think that with a couple of days to process, not just hear what the fans had to say and see the backlash and probably got some angry phone calls, but I think with him probably really sleeping and processing, going back and maybe looking at the game and seeing just how bad it played out. And I'm not giving him any passes. Let's be very clear. I'm not giving him any passes. But what I will say is when some people, and I'm going to put myself in this category, when I decide I'm right, I'm right. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. And even once you prove to me that I'm wrong, I still need a few minutes to tell you that, all right, you were right. I was wrong. I just, once I'm on 10, I'm on 10. And you can show me a picture, a videotape, an audio tape. You can give me, the person can come to me themselves and say, that's not what happened. I need a minute. Now, that might not be the nicest thing, but that's honest. I'm just telling you who I am as a person. Ebby can tell you, El Teddy can tell you, baby, I will argue down. I will argue down. And you can show me that I'm wrong. And I'm going to take it. I'm just being honest. It's a flaw. It's a character flaw that I accept. I'm going to need a minute. And I'm not giving him any passes because he was wrong. Full stop. And I know that Dawn Staley feel how she feels. She meant that shit. She said she would whoop his ass. And I don't think I know she meant that because she said it with her chest. And she said it multiple times. And even in the post conference, she had to remind y'all she is from North Philly. She's from the projects, the hood. She just don't deal with disrespect. I think at the end of the day, what Dawn Staley understands is this can no longer be the story. Do I think she still feel that way? I do. Do I think that Gino understands that he got a short, I don't want to use the word leash, but a short rope with Dawn? He does. Will their relationship ever be the same again? Probably not. And it may not have been all that great to begin with. Just because publicly we saw a mentor-mentee relationship, they might not been mentor-mentee in a long time. We don't know what's really been going on behind closed doors. We know what we've seen from them. I think Dawn Staley understands the politics of this. She understands that he gets passes that she'll never get. As a white man in this sport, she ain't gonna never get them passes. And she's moving forward. They got a lot going on in women's basketball over the next 2 weeks between the transfer portal being open, the WNBA getting ready to start off. Like, it's a lot going on in women's basketball right now. And I think she just got other shit to deal with. Dawn took the hard road. I love that for her. However, he showed us who he really is. And that's it, Terrence. We don't have to accept that shit. And I think also with what happened here was, Chuck, I'm mad I missed that panel, that chasing panel. I ain't lying. I'm mad I missed it. But that's another conversation for another day. Let me say this. The other thing that came out of this, I think it resurfaced and rehashed a lot of stuff that a lot of us either didn't know or forgot. I honestly didn't know about the Pat Summitt stuff. But that lets us know that that's who this man is. This didn't just start with Dawn Staley. This goes all the way back 20 years with Pat Summitt. And Pat Summitt said a lot of stuff about him that goes beyond one incident over a handshake, right? She filed official paperwork about his recruiting practices. She talked about how the comments that he made to her. Candace Parker talked about him because she played for Pat Summitt, and Candace Parker talked about her relationship with Gino and how she felt about him. So again, I think what needed to come out is kind of what came out. We just have to move accordingly. And when I say we, I mean, I wasn't a UConn fan anyway. I've never been a UConn fan. I've always respected the program because they're a winning program, but child, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? You just waiting for you to tell the tribe to activate on that chasing cast. Ravine, I know. I said I was going to do my own review so I could say what I had to say. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Can I be honest about something right now? I honestly have not had the time to go back and watch the live from Sunday night. I still don't know what that man said about me. I know what y'all told me he said. I still don't know what that man said about me because I haven't watched the live. When I tell y'all, I really have been busy. I really have. And for those of y'all that know all the other stuff I got going on right now, y'all know I honestly have not watched that live. But once I get a chance to watch it, I may have some things to say. Oh, somebody said something about really. Oh Lord, look at Half Pin. Lord, y'all ready. Look, I'm gonna watch it. You know what? I'm gonna try to watch it tomorrow. Yes, my aunt is like that too. Some people just gotta be right with everything just to prove a point. It's a pride offense, but you are aware, acknowledge it, and I love you for it. Yeah, and I'm a lot better than I used to be. I'll come down off of it a lot faster than I used to. Like I used to listen. But with age comes knowledge. You know who you are, so I understand. It's really not that important. It's all good. Oh no, it's important. Oh no. It's important. It's just not at the top of my list right now. You know what's y'all know what's at the top of my list right now? And can I just be honest and just be blunt with y'all about it? The top of my list right now is making money. The top of my list right now is creating multiple streams of income so I can walk away from my job when I'm ready to walk away from my job. That is where I am right now. Honestly, I'm going to address it. I just haven't had time to do the full research and find out. Because I still don't know what he think. We're talking about chasing Atlanta, y'all. I still don't know what that man think. What I said to offend him. That's the part. I'm stuck there. I'm stuck at what did I say to you to offend you to begin with? That's where I'm stuck. If I'm being honest, that's where I'm stuck. If I'm being honest. But anyway, we're going to keep it moving, y'all. We're going to keep it moving. So another web reality working for free star is mad at an opinion-based commentary on the internet. You know what, Marco? There you go. Bam. There it is right there. Drop mic right there. Drop mic. Drop mic. Right, So Jeff, I don't even remember talking about that man like that. So Noel said I look like one of the characters from the Monsters Inc. I'm sure he was talking about the lady with the glasses, the secretary or whoever she is. Ma'am, I'm sorry, sir. I don't even know what you think, what I said that offended you, sir. I really don't. But anyway, moving right along, child. I ain't getting hung up on that. Noel tried it. Kendall put, wait a minute, what Chuck say? Kendall put a battery in his back and Sammy was a coward and contradicted himself. And Quentin was Quentin. Yeah, I mean, now Kendall, I could understand Kendall having an issue because I know I said some shit about him that he might not like. But Noel, so I don't remember anything I said about you, which means it can't be that deep, at least for me. Anyway, moving right along. So he compared you to an iconic, much loved movie character. I love Xavier. The read is not landing. I can hear your voice in my head, Xavier. I can hear the voice in my head. Anyway, next, let's go. Child, moving right along. Next case, moving right along. I think I'm going to do a full breakdown of K. Michelle's interview with Jason Lee because K. Michelle was in full K. Michelle-ness in this interview. I've only seen clips. I have not had an opportunity to watch the whole thing, but I feel like I need to. Because I was told that she drugged the dog shit out of Robin from formerly a Real Housewives of Potomac from the Shady. Was it Shady? What's they podcast called? Shady Pod, whatever. Reasonably Shady. That's it. Reasonably Shady. And I'm not the biggest Jason Lee fan. However, K. Michelle gave an iconic interview. But something she said in the interview, which she may have said it in other places, I've just never heard her say it in other places. We always knew that K. Michelle was was a mentee of R. Kelly. We talked about that during the whole Diddy, R. Kelly of it all. And I'm sure most of us assumed that there was something more there with K. Michelle and R. Kelly, but I have never heard her point blank say, yes, we slept together. I was in love with that man. That man wasn't in love with me. She was very clear. Oh no, I wasn't important to him. But he was important to me. I was in love with him. He was not in love with me. Yes, we slept together. Yes, we were in, relations with each other. She said that she stands by women though. So she said that she's not going to explain, justify, defend, that she stands by women and that R. Kelly was dead ass wrong for the stuff that he did. She said, but what she said, which is what a lot of people have said, but where were the parents? Why is nobody holding these parents accountable for the things that they did with allowing their children to be in these spaces? And I don't think at this point, most people, I ain't gonna say nobody, I think most people have had that thought, that conversation. Where the hell were these parents? She said Drea Kelly wasn't no victim. And she said that her experience with R. Kelly was not an abusive one. It wasn't what other people experiences were, but that she believes women. She believes that those women had those experiences. It just wasn't hers. And I think we have to, and when I say we, I mean all of us that feel this way. Somebody's experience with somebody is not the same experience. My experience, I could date somebody who's abusive. He may have beat his last 3 girlfriends. Me and him date, and I don't never have a problem out of him. That doesn't mean this person isn't an abusive person. It means that wasn't my experience. And so I think that's fair for her to say, look, we did have relations. He didn't treat me nice in that aspect because he didn't want me from that aspect. However, I didn't have those experiences. So I think we're going to do I think tomorrow, I may have to listen to the whole interview tomorrow and take some notes. And maybe we need to come back and just go through the whole thing, honey, because the clips that I saw are good. She talks about Drew. She talks about, Drew Sidor. She talks about, of course, her experiences with filming and those types of interpersonal relationships. So I'm here for it. I think we're going to have to do a full breakdown because, the clips I saw were good. Break it down. Yeah. She talked about it in the R&B Money interview a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I've seen, like I said, I knew she worked with R. Kelly, and I think most people assumed that it was something there. I just never heard her be that blunt about it before, but maybe she has. Like I said, I just hadn't heard it. I think his whole entourage should have been locked up and not just him. They helped him with, she said that too, Katrina, and I agree. Chuck said, damn, when did R. Kelly have time for music? Listen, that's a good question. That's a good question. So, baby, they didn't just cancel this whole damn festival that Kanye West was supposed to perform at. A lot of the sponsors pulled out. Anheuser-Busch pulled out after we talked about it the other day. Okay, we need to lock the doors. Okay, hold on. Let me finish this and we're going to lock the doors. Don. Let me finish this. Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch pulled out, but they finally had to cancel it because the man couldn't get in the country. Now, this is a festival that was supposed to be over in the UK. Baby, they stopped him from getting in. Kanye West can't even get in the country. He is banned. I did not know that Kanye West was banned from the United Kingdom. Do you understand how hard it is to get banned from a whole fucking country? The man is banned. So they was like, y'all need to go on and find y'all another headliner because it won't be him. It won't be him. Not this state. Not this one. Not here. It won't be him. Now y'all need to just go on and find y'all another headline because it won't be him. It won't be him. I know Don didn't say that. I know Chuck didn't say it's only 97 likes. I know that's a lie. I know that's, come on, let's close these doors because I know that's a lie. Hold on.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
All right, now we're closing these doors. If you're new here, that means that it's time to pass the collection plate. Now, Don is and Kenneth are my hair Urshas. Kenneth's not here today, but Don and Kenneth are my hair Urshas. Okay, so when Don passes the collection plate to the left, that's the free side. That's the free 99 side. All I need you to do, if you're on the left side of the sanctuary, can you please hit that like button? Share me out to your friends and family and all of that. If you're watching this on the replay, hype this video. Hype me up. Hype me up. Just hype me up. Right? Subscribe if you're new here, child. We on the road to 20K. We're on the road to 20K. We have less than 600 subscribers to get to 20K. All right. And we're trying to get there by the end of the year. But if we stay at the pace we have right now, we can get there by the end of the summer. Okay. We can get there by the end of the summer if we stay at the pace we have right now. Now, if you are on the right side of the building and Don passes the collection plate that way, that's the side that if you want to, you can go ahead and make a monetary donation to the platform. Okay. Go ahead and you can, the number for tonight is $7.42. $7.42. $17.42. Hell, $27.42. Okay. Any version of $7.42. $700. $742. Okay. One day somebody gonna bless me like that, baby. One day somebody gonna bless me, and I'm gonna act a whole fool up in here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you now and get ready for it because I'm gonna act a whole fool up in here. I almost acted a fool the other day when I got that $100 cash app. Super chat. Okay. So don't let me get 700. I'm gonna do a whole fool up in here. Okay. So if you want to make a monetary donation to support the chapter, again, it's not. I said the chapter, Lord, I said the channel. It's not mandatory, but it is appreciated and donations are accepted. Okay. So that's where we are right now. Now we do have some church announcements. We have 279 people in the room. If you are in the DC DMV area, can you please join us on the afternoon with ReallyBTV and Shade in the City and author Dee Cummings? Well, we will be discussing dreams. It'll be an afternoon dreaming out loud. Well, we're going to be talking about what are our dreams and how do we block our obstacles from achieving those dreams? How are those dreams? What are the things that we do, whether we self-sabotage, whether we don't mean to do it, we intentionally do it? What are the kinds of things we do to stop ourselves from dreaming? Okay. And we will have a session. It's a 3-hour or 3.5 hour event, 4-hour event, excuse me. No, 3.5 hour event, child. We have the room for 4 hours, but we got time. We got to clean up. You will get an autographed copy of Dee Dee's book, How to Dream. As you guys can see, let me take this off the screen, honey. Let me take this off the screen. As you guys can see, it is an easy read. Okay, it's an easy read, and it's a book all about, I'm going to just read you a little bit, a motivational guide to a life of hope, success, and freedom. And she is going to be going through exercises that she actually does with her clients to help them overcome the mental and sometimes physical obstacles that we put in our way. I'm gonna just read you a couple of these. It says, "What's so special about dreams?" I'm gonna just read you a few of these. And this book itself, actually has a workbook area where you can, do some work. It's a working book. It's a working book, and you'll get an autographed copy of this as a part of the price of the ticket. Now the ticket, the early bird special is still going on for about another week. The early bird tickets are $80 for general admission. The VIP tickets are $110. They're $110. Oh, damn, Tracy. I keep forgetting to ask that lady about the liquor. Your tickets, the VIP tickets include a seat at the actual table with the author as she goes through her activities, and also some place to put your book and write easily, and some place to put your plate, because we're going to have food there. We will have some sort of libations. Now I have to find out if they're going to be mocktails or they're going to be the real thing. But if they are the real thing, Tracy is going to be, well, either way, Tracy's going to be the bartender, child. Tracy's going to be the bartender. And I look forward to meeting you guys there. The tickets have been selling. I know July is a long way away, so a lot of people are like, we got time. You do, but you want to get that early bird special before April the 15th. Also, if you're coming from outside of the DMV area, there is a hotel that's in walking distance of the venue. Literally, it's across the parking lot. If you're familiar with the Bowie area, it's right there in Bowie Town Center. So that hotel that's behind Bowie Town Center is literally a 2-minute walk. And if you don't live in the DMV area, but you want to sponsor somebody, you want to just support. If you just want to support me and Shade in the City and buy a ticket, by all means do that. And just let me know, hey, I bought a ticket. I'm not going to be able to make it, so you can donate it. Maybe we can do a raffle, a giveaway, and we can give away some tickets. Okay, so if you guys want to buy some tickets, even if you can't make it, and we do a giveaway, by all means, we can do that as well. Okay, thank you. Don has dropped the link. That is the link to purchase a ticket. Again, the early bird special is until April the 15th, tax day, honey. And I ain't done my taxes yet. Child, I said I was going to do my taxes over spring break, and that did not happen. I started them, but I ain't finished them. Okay. Moving right along. Let's get into some more of this stuff, and then we'll talk about the cruises in a little bit. So now I was looking at my girl Tabitha earlier today. Thank you, Ravine. Oh, thank you, Ravine, for the donation, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was looking at my girl Tabitha today. Now, y'all know I love myself some Tabitha Speaks. And Tabitha did a video, and the title of the video was, hold on, let me get the right title. The title, I don't want to misquote her. Let me get y'all the whole title of the correct title of the video. It's called Tabitha Speaks Politics. Now, the name of her video says, TLC's iconic tour canceled with a question mark. So whenever you see the question mark, we're not making a definitive statement. But I want to let you guys hear just a little bit. She found a website or Instagram account. The person's name is Music Matters, MUSIX, Matters, MATTAZ. Now, the only reason why I'm hesitant about this is because this is dated April the 3rd, which I think if this was real news, we would have definitely heard that this tour was canceled. However, what this person posted was the planned 2026 co-headlining tour featuring TLC, Salt-N-Pepa, and En Vogue, En Vogue has been canceled. The trio of iconic groups was set to hit the stage next year, but the run is no longer moving forward. No additional details have been shared yet about the reason behind the cancellation or whether new dates might be announced later. Now, again, I don't know this to be a fact. However, let's see if we can go buy tickets over on Ticketmaster. If Ticketmaster still have tickets, then the tour ain't canceled. Now, do I think that conversations have been made? I mean, do I think conversations have been had? Yeah, I do. Did y'all see what they were trolling yesterday? Because TLC had the nerve to ask what songs y'all want us to sing. First of all, TLC, you don't need to ask us what songs we want y'all to sing. We want y'all to sing the same songs that y'all been singing for the last 20 years. What you mean? Don't try to get fancy now. Don't try to get fancy now. Right. They just asked what songs. Don't you know the songs we want to hear y'all sing. But let's see. TLC. Let's see. Let's find some tickets. TLC. Okay. Concerts. Okay. I'm going to just put in a random city. This is Cincinnati, Ohio. The tour is still here, honey. The tour is still here. But what I am going to say is these tickets is cheap as shit. Hold on. Let me go down to the 100 section. Hold on. Let me see what the 100 section is giving. Let's see here. Best seats. Let's see what the best seat prices are. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Wow. Now, as somebody who I told y'all I didn't have the money in my budget at the time that the New Edition, Tony Braxton, Boyz II Men tickets went on sale, because that's how expensive. Now, this is Ohio, so let me not compare it. But what I'm going to say is, if I wanted to buy a ticket in the 100 section, I could get a ticket in the 100 section for $263. Now, let me tell y'all something. Those New Edition, Tony Braxton, Boyz II Men tickets, the 400 section was $300. The 400 section. So they said the red hat special. Child, they was tearing them comments up. I don't know what made them do that. I don't know why they asked nobody what baby, they was tearing them up. The VIP section and the section 100 hot seat VIP package is $263. $263 in the 100 section VIP. Baby, y'all done told this concert. Y'all ain't do nothing. Chili. Baby, they done told these seats. Now let me see. Let me go back. Let me compare it to DC. Hold on. Let me find some tickets in DC. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see. That's Michigan. Why I can't find the DC tickets? Child, hold on. Let me scroll back up. Let me see. Because maybe the DC tickets are more expensive. So let's see what DC giving. Okay, DC. It's not even giving me DC tickets. Hold on, let me see. I know they coming to DC. Like, stop playing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Baby, they're not coming to DC. It said no concerts available in your selected area. How y'all not coming to DC? Hey. Invoke, Salt and Pepper. Forget about TLC. How y'all not coming to DC? The fuck? Y'all going to Burgettstown, Pennsylvania? My ticket to New Edition was just over 200. That was 100 level. Well, lucky for you, because baby, I was looking for some New Edition tickets and I ain't see nothing. If they had $200 tickets, I'd have went in the 100 section. Baby, now I couldn't find them. Let me see. Let me try Baltimore, child. Let me see what Baltimore give her. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try Baltimore. Okay, Baltimore, Maryland. Let's see. It says it's not coming to Baltimore either. How y'all not coming to DC or Baltimore? Baby, we got Franklin, Tennessee, Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines, Iowa. Cincinnati, Ohio, Clarkston, Michigan, Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, Saratoga Springs, New York, Ucansville, Connecticut, Mansfield, Massachusetts, Darien Center, New York, Grand Rapids, Michigan, St. Paul, Minnesota. Child, they going to the state fair. They playing at the state. But En Vogue not gonna be at the state fair. It's just TLC and Salt and Pepper. Huntington Bank Pavilion in Chicago. Holmdel, New Jersey. Oh, okay. I guess they're not playing like major venues. I guess they're not playing major venues. Maybe that's what it is. Virginia Beach, Virginia. Raleigh, North Carolina. I mean, maybe Tampa, Florida. Charlotte. They playing in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hollywood, Florida. Brandon, Mississippi. Rogers, Arkansas. Kansas City, Missouri. Atlanta, Georgia. They playing at the... Wait a minute. My Atlanta people, where this place at? Atlanta people, where this place at? Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chaston Park. Where this at? Y'all not even going. So that's what it is, y'all. They playing smaller venues. The Woodlands, Texas. Irving, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas. They playing at Las Vegas. They playing at the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. Inglewood, California, Concord, California. They playing at the Toyota Pavilion at Concord. Let me see what these prices are giving at Concord, California. No disrespect. I'm sorry, Arkansas people. Bitch. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Yeah, ask me how much them tickets are. Ask me. Baby, ask me how much them tickets are down to the California. Ooh, y'all ask me how much them tickets are. Okay. Baby, you could get a seat in the 200 section for $54. Let me change my filter. Let me put the best ticket. Let me see what the best seats in the house. Let me see what the best seat in the house is. Let me see what the price is. Okay. Now the floor section, they got $400 seats. They got $400 seats. Mm-hmm. So but baby, that first thing that opened up was $54, honey. Whew. Okay. Ooh, that thing took me out. $54. Now they do have more expensive seats, but that first thing they popped up said the 200 section for $54. Them the tickets. Well, I'm not going, but those will be for $54. I buy 200 A 200 sections for $54. Child. Concord is a nice size venue. Mm-hmm. Whew. Okay. That it must include the lemon pepper special. I'm not doing this with y'all. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, let's be done with that. But yeah, no, I don't think it's canceled, but I do think there have been conversations. Because I feel like, at least in the beginning, people probably canceled their seats. People probably asked for refunds in the beginning. But y'all know people got a short memory. They probably just started anyway. Okay, let me finish, chat. Ooh, that was funny. All right, let's finish going through this stuff, honey. We got a few more stories to hit tonight. Y'all know we got to talk about Offset. We'll get there in a minute. Baby, did y'all see this? Wendy Osefo lands the cover of Glamour magazine for Bucharest. Wendy, I think you have bigger fish to fry. It's actually $125 because just being in California is a surcharge. Touche. Wendy, you were down here posing for Glamour magazine cover shoots for Bulgaria. First of all, do they even have a Real Housewives Potomac in Bulgaria? Who is looking at the Real Housewives of Potomac in Bulgaria? She does look good. I'm not taking nothing away from her. And maybe they pay well, you know. She might need to change. You know, it's honest work. I'm just trying to figure it out, though. Who from Bulgaria called you and said, hey, girl, we need you down to the Glamour cover shoot for Bulgaria? I don't know. Oh, Lord. Anyway. Moving right along. Okay. We're going to get to Offset in a second, honey. Now, we haven't really been talking a lot about this case, but remember Desiree Perez, who's the CEO of RocNation, and her daughter was said that she did all these horrible things to her, and she used her connections with RocNation to be able to get away with it. Well, RocNation said RocNation's insurance company, not RocNation, but the insurance company is now suing for their money because they said, listen, they're not responsible for paying her legal bills. They said she's the CEO, but this is not a business-related situation. This is a personal situation where her daughter and all of that, and they are not paying these legal bills. So they are actually suing to recoup their money. They said they are not responsible for her legal fees as the court battle with the daughter continues. I'm going to be honest, I really haven't been following that story much, so I don't know whose side I'm on because I ain't been following the story, if I'm being honest. I ain't been following the story. But y'all know these insurance companies, they don't want to pay. They already don't want to pay. So, you know, you just give them a little more reason not to pay. You just give them a little of this and you give them a little bit of that, more reason not to pay, okay? Shout out to Keith Lee. You guys know that Keith Lee is having a major food festival down in New Orleans this May. And he is actually waiving the vendor fee for the food festival. Now, I know that people give Keith Lee a hard time, and I know that he's even gotten some backlash with this situation, but I think Keith Lee just want to see people win. Is he unconventional maybe about it sometimes? Maybe he's not the most business savvy in how he's handling it. Maybe not. But I honestly think that Keith Lee just wants to see people win. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think, that's a great thing. This man is having, his name alone is going to bring people. Like, if I lived in the New Orleans area, I would go. right? The name alone is going to bring people out. It's worth the travel from a reasonable distance. It's worth the travel. If a lot of these food festivals, they charge a lot of money for these vendor fees, especially when it's connected to a major person. And I think that Keith Lee comes from a good place. Right, Marilyn, he comes from a good place. I think he gets a lot of flack for stuff that he may or may not deserve, in my opinion. But shout out to him because I think this is a great thing. He's waiving the fee. So basically, if you have a food truck or if you have a mobile setup, basically you can get a booth for free. So that's really no losing that, because whatever you make is 100% profit minus what you're spending for your own, your own materials and resources, And right, Don said his tickets were actually very reasonable. So he's making money off of his sales. I remember DC, I haven't gone in many, many, many years, but I remember the Taste of DC. The Taste of DC was a great event, and every year it got more and more expensive, to the point where I was like, it ain't even worth it anymore. You have to buy so many tickets, and the tickets cost so much, because you have the little tickets where you to go to the different booths and you give them a ticket to be able to sample, and the tickets got to be so expensive that you really couldn't sample that much stuff. He catches the flack when the people serve him subpar food, and he tells the truth. Right. And I think that's only fair, right, Terrence? Because people like myself, I want you to be honest and I want you to be fair, because when I go somewhere, let me tell you what I can't stand. I can't stand when I ask somebody for a recommendation somewhere and I get there and the food is trash. And then the person says, well, I mean, I know, the food's not the best, but, well, what the fuck is the but? Why you send me there? Just because it's popular? Just because it's got a great reputation? I mean, not a great, but just because everybody's going there right now? Don't send me there if the food isn't good. If your experience, I'm asking you because I trust your opinion. So if you're telling me to go there, I'm going there off the strength of you're telling me to go. Don't wait till I go and the food ain't good and say, yeah, it wasn't all that great. What? I'd rather you tell me, look, when I went, I didn't have a great experience. However, it's real popular and everybody's going there lately. That's the hangout spot. That's the spot. Then let me make my own decision. But don't tell me to go there and then after the fact be like, yeah. That's why when people ask me places, I'm honest with them. Well, when I went, the food wasn't that great. But I mean, hell, the line be out the door. But it didn't do it for me. Or, listen, this is the spot that I go to. I recommend this and that. I like this, but don't get that. Well, when Keith Lee came to the District of Columbia, he did not blast those particular restaurants that served him that garbage-ass food. Right. I think he chose not to. I think he even said he would come back or something. And I also think people need to understand that some stuff is a delicacy for you. Let me tell you something. People were sending Keith Lee to these hole-in-the-wall carryouts that don't nobody love but DC people. We can't be mad at Keith Lee for going to Eddie Leonard's. And if you're in the DC area, you know what I'm talking about. Don't send Keith Lee to the motherfucking Eddie Leonard's. Don't nobody like Eddie Leonard's but our asses, okay? Eddie Leonard's stay open late, and it got a lot of grease to soap up the liquor after the go-go. Don't send Keith Lee to the fucking Eddie Leonard's. You know good and damn well he didn't want that shit. Ain't nobody eating that but us. What you Now, I'm not saying you got to send him to the shishi uptown, but don't be sending him there. Y'all couldn't send him to Stan's. Send him down to Stan's. Stan's, baby, them wings at Stan's ain't nothing but the truth. Who ever been to Stan's? I know Sweet Pea been to Stan's, baby. That Stan's used to have the best First Fridays. Ooh, First Fridays used to be the shit. Now, I ain't been to Stan's in a long time. But, baby, Stan's wings was, oh, my God. Baby. And their drinks, bitch. Baby, them bitch. Horace and Dickies. Don't send that man to no damn Horace and Dickies. Y'all know good and daggone well that we keep going to Horace and Dickies out of habit and not because the food is good. Stop it. Stop playing. Stop playing. Don't send that man to no damn Horace and Dickies. And again, for those of y'all that know Horace and Dickies, y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't send that man to motherfucking Ben's Chili Bowl. Y'all know don't none of us go to no fucking Ben's Chili Bowl. Who that live in DC just be like, you know what I want? Man, I want me a hot dog from Ben's Chili. Don't nobody fucking go to no damn Ben's Chili Bowl just to go and get a hot. Who doing that? Now, if you already on U Street hanging out and you walking by, you might be like, let me run in here. But stop acting like we go to Ben's Chili Bowl. No, Mid-Atlantic seafood, absolutely fucking not. No. The old Horace and Dickies back in the day, but not now. Let me tell you what pissed me off. What used to be, was it Oohs and Ahs? No, not Oohs and Ahs. Maybe it was Oohs and Ahs. Oohs and Ahs. That was a soul food place right back in the day, Oohs and Ahs. Baby, y'all raved about, when I say y'all, I'm talking about the other black people in DC. Baby, y'all raved about Oohs and Ahs like Oohs and Ahs was the second coming. Y'all act like that soul food from Oohs and Ahs had your great-great-grandmama in that kitchen with a heavy-ass skillet with an apron on, full of flour. Y'all act like Oohs and Ahs was straight off the motherfucking plantation. I went to Oohs and Ahs and I said, I know the fuck y'all didn't. Send me down to this motherfucker. You couldn't even find a parking space. Down there on, down that, was it Georgia Avenue area? Down U Street. I said, what the fuck is this? And what was that cupcake place? Not Georgetown Cupcakes. It was another cupcake place, black-owned cupcake place that y'all raved about. What's the name? Somebody put it in the chat. Cheryl, you gonna know. Sweet Pea, you might know. Tawana, you might know. You went to Stan's when you came down when the Reds was in town. Yeah, Stan's is the spot now. Especially go down there First Friday. Go to Stan's, baby, First Friday. If y'all don't know what First Fridays is, that's when all the black people go to the happy hour. It's supposed to be networking, child. It was getting drunk. What was the name of that place that had the cupcakes? And I'm not talking about Georgetown Cupcake. It was down on it was near Oohs and Ahs, because I got that the same night I went to Oohs and Ahs. Not Cakes Plus. I used to love Cakes Plus, but the last couple of times I went to Cakes Plus, I was very disappointed. Cake Love, that's it. Those cupcakes was nasty as shit. Who the hell told y'all them cupcakes were good? I got those cupcakes and I was mad as hell. I said, this what we ran up here for? Because I was with my girlfriend and she was talking about they were so good. And we literally ran up there to go get them. I think they were getting ready to close. And we literally, we got in the car and ran up there. Baby, them things were nasty. I went there one time. I was one and done. The Florida Avenue Grill fell way off. What's up, Jerry Burton? What's up, cuz? Let me tell you something. The last time I was at Florida Avenue Grill, it was a roach in the drink, and I've never been back since. I have never been back since. Never. Nope. Never been back since. Jasper's. I like Jasper's. I still like Jasper's. Jasper's brunch used to be the shit. I used to love Jasper's brunch. I used to love their brunch. I haven't been to their brunch in a long time, but their brunch used to be so good. Ooh, I used to love Jasper's brunch. Carolina Kitchen. Carolina Kitchen's decent. I used to love their collard green soup. I forgot what it was, like collard green and sausage soup. Do you like crafty crab? I don't really like boils. I don't like boils. If I'm gonna eat me some crabs, I just want some crabs. Matter of fact, when me, Tawanda, and Cheryl, we went to a crab spot a couple of weeks ago, and I was disappointed. I was real disappointed when the damn bill came, I said, I'm paying all this money for this. I was disappointed. I actually didn't even want my leftovers. I made myself eat them because as much as I fucking spent on that food, I made myself eat them damn leftovers. But I was very disappointed. Yeah, I just want some damn crabs. What's up, Katie K? Thank you for being a member for 4 months, Babu. Yeah, I like Jasper's. Right, Cheryl. I was, I was like, well, we ate it. It was here, but now I was very disappointed. Now that place that me and Cajun went to and Busy, when Cajun came up here for his birthday, I'm normally when it comes to my crabs, I'm normally the kind of person that like to just go get some crabs and bring them home and eat them at my house. Put have what I'm gonna do here and eat my crabs. But I actually went to the whatever restaurant that was that we went to. I actually enjoyed it with Busy. I actually enjoyed it. Those crabs were really good. And it was outside. It wasn't too hot that day. It was comfortable weather. I would go back there. I would and the prices were decent. The sizes were good. They were meaty, I enjoyed it. I would go back there. Now I forgot the damn name of the place. I would have to go back through my text messages with Busy and Cajun and find it again. But it was in Alexandria. Now the next time I go, I would probably just take an Uber over there. I probably wouldn't drive because the parking was we found a parking space, but parking was real funky. Miss Toya's Creole. I ain't like Miss Toya's Creole. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I didn't like it. I gave them 2 chances, and neither chance. I didn't like it. Food, sports, and music gets her off the rails. I know, right? Y'all, come on back. You're right. Thank you, KDK. Come on, let's get back in here. It's 8:15. I could be here with y'all all night. What else I got to talk about? Hold on. We still got to get to Offset. Okay, let's talk about the 25th Amendment and what's going on with politics, and then we're going to get into this Offset situation. Hold on, let me make sure. They said Stephen A. Smith claims that they're plotting behind the scenes to get him fired from ESPN. Oh. Okay. He also was mad at Donald Trump. Oh. Don't be mad at him now. Don't be mad at him now. Kevin Durant and his investment group have purchased the former Six Flags site here in PG County, Prince George's County. For those who live outside of the area, the Six Flags here in Prince George's County announced last year that last season was going to be their last season and they were closing. And so now it seems that Kevin Durant and his group have purchased the entire lot, which I believe they said is 500 acres altogether. Now, what's interesting is they said that the entire lot is 500 acres, but Six Flags was only using 20%. So that's a lot of land that Six Flags wasn't even using. I mean, I guess I'm sure, it was there so they could continue to grow. Now, they're not saying yet what he's going to do with it, but I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. I know Kevin Durant, his college track program is at my school, and his mother is very hands-on. Like, Mama Durant don't play no games. She don't play no games. And Kevin Durant has actually been to our school multiple times. Mama Durant has been to the school. They don't play no games. And it's a good program. It's really a good program. So whatever he's doing, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, honey. I don't know what Kevin Durant doing, but that's a lot of land. And they ain't saying yet what he's planning to do. So I'm looking forward to it. Hold on. All right, so let's talk about the 25th Amendment. I mean, we know that the Dorito got us in this pickle with Iran. So there have been calls to enact the 25th Amendment, and I don't think everybody really understands what the 25th Amendment is. I don't think people understand the limitations of the 25th Amendment. But let me just explain to you guys, and this is just a basic breakdown. The 25th Amendment explains what happens if the president dies, resigns, is removed, or cannot do the job. It is an amendment to the U.S. Constitution added in 1967 to make clear who takes over presidential power and how it was created. Because there have been confusion in the past about presidential succession and disability. If the president leaves office, the vice president becomes president. We know that, right? That's automatic. Section 2, if there is no vice president, a new one can be chosen. If the vice president's position becomes empty, the president picks a new vice president. The president must be approved by a majority vote in both houses of Congress. So, for example, Gerald Ford was never elected vice president or president. He is the only person in the history of our country who served as president and was never elected in that position. Gerald Ford was the president of the Senate, and he was chosen once Agnew, who was Nixon's original vice president, he had to resign because he had a whole scandal down here in Maryland where allegedly he was taking bribes. And before they had a chance to replace, he was replaced by Gerald Ford. So Gerald Ford was never elected vice president. And then when Nixon had to resign, Gerald Ford became president. So Gerald Ford, and then when he ran for president, he lost against Jimmy Carter. So he was never actually elected vice president or president, excuse me. If the president temporarily cannot do the job, the vice president becomes acting president. Now, this happens a lot when presidents are going under procedures, even if it's just a basic procedure. If they're going under anesthesia is a person. If they're being put to sleep and going under, forcibly being put under, the president usually voluntarily signs over power to the vice president temporarily. So, for example, Kamala Harris has temporarily been president of the United States when Biden had to have procedures and so forth and so on. Section 4, if the president cannot do the job but does not admit it. This is the part that a lot of people are talking about, right? If the vice president and a majority of the cabinet believe the president is unable to perform the job, they can declare that to Congress. Then the vice president becomes acting president. If the president says, I'm able to do the job, Congress must decide the issue. A 2/3 vote in both the House and Senate is needed to keep the president in charge. Now, let me read that again. If the vice president so it has to be the vice president and a majority of the cabinet believe the vice president is unable to perform the job, they can declare that to Congress. Then the vice president becomes acting president. If the president says, I'm able to do the job, what are y'all talking about? I don't know what y'all are talking about. Then 2/3 of Congress in both the House and the Senate is needed to keep the vice president in charge. So we can stop talking about the 25th Amendment because that means that J.D. Vance and his cabinet would have to initiate it, and that's not happening. At least we ain't there yet. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're that close yet. So we can stop, Now, let me say this to you guys. One of my favorite shows, one of the best shows to ever come on television as it relates to politics and how our government works and how the Constitution works and all the ins and outs and ups and downs is The West Wing. The West Wing is in my opinion, that's actually my favorite television show of all time. Even before Law and Order, I would choose The West Wing over Law and Order. And they actually had an episode. If you, hey Markel, what's up, boo? If you go to The West Wing, I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm sure it's streaming on Netflix or somewhere. There's an actual episode called The 25th Amendment. Go watch that episode. If you want to see what the 25th Amendment actually looks like and how that works, go watch the episode. I don't know what season it is. It's at least season 3 or season 4. I don't remember. But no, it doesn't come on anymore, but it should. That's a show they could reboot. But the 25th Amendment, because I'm gonna just tell you this much. The president's daughter gets kidnapped. The president's daughter actually gets kidnapped. And he signs over. They were talking about the 25th Amendment because they didn't think that he had the objectivity in that moment. Because, the whole thing is we're not going to negotiate with terrorists. We're not going to negotiate with terrorists, but that's his daughter. So there was a whole conversation about it. It was the season 4 finale. Thank you, Xavier. It was a really good episode. So I would probably watch the episode before that one, but definitely the 25th episode. I mean, it's called the 25th Amendment. That was a show that I said I would do like as a retro review. Child, I never finished The Wire. But that's definitely a show that's worth revisiting. Thanks, Markel. Yeah. Blair Underwood, I think he was temporarily on the show. I don't know. I don't remember Blair Underwood. I know the guy that ended up being on he ended up being on what was that show about the fake detective? It came on USA. It was him. He was the fake detective. His father was he played on General Hospital. The guy he was like a fake detective. He just was real observant. House of Cards was good until the end. He was for a minute. Okay, Psych. Yeah. The guy that the black character on Psych, he was on The West Wing. Somebody else. Martin Sheen obviously played the president. His wife was the woman who played his wife was the woman she played she was from Greece. Oh Lord, I can't think of her name, but she was from Greece. Yeah, Dule Hill, that's him. Jimmy Smits. He was in the last couple of episodes. I think like the last season and a half. Rob Lowe was on like the first 2 seasons. I forgot why he left, but something happened and he left the show. Dan Larroquette, Stalker Channing, thank you. Dan Larroquette played the attorney. Dan Arquette, and I said Larroquette. Dan Arquette from Night Court. He played in Night Court. Yeah. So anyway, it's a good show. It's a really, really, really good show. All right. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all. So let's finish this up. Let's talk about this whole Offset situation. What's up, Lexi? Hey, boo. Y'all, let me tell y'all about this whole Offset situation. So the other night, I was actually live, but I was doing a review or something when it came across the feed that it's on Netflix. Thank you. It's on Netflix, y'all. It came across the feed that Offset had been pow-powed down in Florida at a casino. Now, rumors have been going around that this man has a gambling problem and that he's out in these streets. Now, I'm going to read y'all this article because rapper Lil TJ, whatever the boy name is, he was actually arrested in connection with the pow-pow. So it says, Offset, whose real name is whatever, Cephas, we just gonna call the man Cephas, was shot at a casino in Hollywood, Florida on Monday evening. He was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. The Seminole Police Department said Lil TJ, whose real name is Tion Jaden Merritt, was arrested and charged in connection with the incident that took place Monday night at a valet area outside of the Hard Rock Seminole Hard Rock. Why they gotta keep saying what the man's real name is? The rapper, okay, they be saying unnecessary stuff. Hold on. Lil TJ, 24, was booked into the Broward County Jail on a disorderly conduct charge, according to online arrest records. He was being held on a $500 bond Tuesday morning. A lawyer for TJ, not Don Florio. Not his attorney is Don Florio. Lord have mercy. We know that name. Anyway, Don Florio, child, is his attorney, denied that his client was involved in the shooting, calling the accusation rumors. Now first people were saying that Lil TJ was shot as well, but he was not. But he was arrested. Now when he got out of jail, he did say that Offset was a rat, and basically that, you know, when he see Offset, he gonna whoop his ass. Now that's what the man has said about Offset. Now, since this has happened, a whole lot of other stuff has come out. Okay. One of the things that has come out is everybody and their cousin. Well, the last I heard, Fedora, was that allegedly Lil TJ was there and he got his henchmen to beat up Offset, and then somebody powed Offset. Allegedly, it was over a gambling debt. Now, that's all allegedly. That is, I wasn't there. I don't know. Allegedly, they got the whole attack on tape because, you know, these YNs got to put everything on camera. So allegedly, that's what I had heard. Now, with that being said, everybody and their cousin is now saying that Offset owed him some money. Okay. Now, Dez Bryant, hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna go down the list, honey. Dez Bryant claims that Offset owes him $8,000 and has not paid him back. Now, this is what Dez Bryant said. Dez Bryant is a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. He said, "I don't ever talk about what I do or my relationships with anyone, but I'm going to give y'all a quick story between me and Offset. I beat Offset out of AK. He tried to take a nap on me, and I go to tap on him and wake him up, telling him I need that AK. His partners saw me tapping on him. I can tell his partners wanted to jump on some bullshit. I chilled because I was by myself, completely outnumbered. So I charged it to the game. I swear to you know who, Offset reached out to me yesterday, 3 hours before he got shot on a money play. I thought about it and said, damn. Then, so right here it says Lil TJ ordered his crew to fight Offset. This is allegedly. Offset leading to one associate powing him. Allegedly, TJ recorded the altercation on his phone. Now, this is all allegedly. This is what the neighborhood talk is saying. But if it's on, sir. So last week, we had the Pooh Shiesty boy wearing an ankle bracelet to commit a felony. Allegedly. Now we got this TJ boy allegedly recording the assault on his phone. What is wrong with y'all? Like, what is wrong with y'all? And they got cameras everywhere at the casino. Did y'all not learn nothing from Tupac? Then we have Ebro said Offset owes him $5,000 over a Super Bowl bet. He said he's clearly somebody that doesn't pay his bets. I'm not going to chase you around. Now, here's what I find interesting. I'm not saying that one has anything to do with the other. Let me repeat. I'm not saying that one has anything to do with the other. But I find it very coinky dinky. I find it very coinky dinky that the same night that this went down, Cardi B says that $6,000 was stolen from her credit card. She claims that 4 men went on a shopping spree. Now, walk down this road with me. Can y'all walk down the road with me? Walk down this road with me. What if, I'm just going to say what if. What if Offset still had access to, let's say this was a joint credit card. Okay, let's say this was a joint credit card situation. I'm just reading what the headline say, Bama girl. The headline, maybe did I read? What did I say? I said 60K. What did I say? Did I say another price? Did I say another amount? Because I thought I said 60K. If I didn't say 60K, I meant 60K. My bad. 60K. My bad. What if Offset still had access to this credit card? What if that credit card is a credit card? I said 6K. I'm sorry, I meant 60K. You're right. My bad. 60. My bad, y'all. 60. What if that credit card is set aside for incidentals with the kids? It's a breaking case of an emergency type credit card, right? What if it's we're only going to use this if there's an emergency and God forbid something happened while the kids are with you, then here it is, yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying I don't know nothing about it. And before y'all say, well, wouldn't she say that? No, she might not say that. She might not say that for a couple of reasons. One, she might not say it because hell, she might not know which credit card it is. She might be like Wendy and Eddie over there and just got 60 credit cards floating around. We know that Cardi got a lot of money, okay? And we know that Cardi has a diverse portfolio. So maybe she has an incidental credit card that has a $100,000 limit. I mean, I don't know. Well, this is the only, and I hear what you're saying. Dedicate. I'm sorry. What is it? What is it? Delicates of life. I'm sorry, baby. I hear you. She never misses an opportunity to air Offset out, but I disagree. I think she misses a lot of opportunities. Now, she talks her shit. Let's be clear. I mean, she wrote songs. But pay attention. Offset been down bad for a minute. Now, I don't watch all of her lives. I don't watch every time Cardi go live. I'm not over on Spaces, so maybe she's saying a lot where I'm not listening. But I honestly feel like rich people don't have credit card limits. Okay, I mean, you know. I'm going to also say this, though. If this were a situation where things had gotten really that bad, I don't think she would air everything out. Also, if the police are involved, she does it on Spaces all the time. Yes, see, I don't be on Spaces. And if the police are involved, she might be limited in what she can say. Because trust and believe the police are involved. Maybe at the time she didn't connect it to Offset. Because what I'm thinking is, I'm just saying, I'm just giving a hypothetical. I'm not saying that I think that it was Offset that used her credit card. What I'm saying is maybe Offset gave up the credit card to pay a debt. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Offset did it himself. I'm saying Offset might have been like, shit, I got this credit card. I need to get these dudes off my back. Here, take this credit card. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying that's what it was. All I'm saying is I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised to find out later on that there's a connection. I'm not saying there is a connection. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised. And again, I do not think that it was Offset spent using her credit card. I think that Offset may have given somebody access to a credit card. That's what I'm saying. And before people be like, well, how would they still have a credit card? They going through this divorce and Cardi don't F with him. Listen, sometimes shit fall through the cracks. I don't know. Maybe it's a credit card that she let, that, again, break in case of an emergency when the kids, for the kids or something. I don't know. Somebody said when Takeoff was unalive, allegedly, allegedly they were gambling when that happened, right? Allegedly, weren't they gambling when that shooting happened? I'm sorry, but if I was Cardi, I'd have to set him up if it's all tied to him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, again, I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying I find it real coincidental that the same weekend that this happens and all these people saying he owe money and allegedly this happened over a gambling debt. Now you got these people, right? An authorized user. Listen, when I was in college, I was an authorized user on 2 of my parents' credit cards. I never had to have the credit card with me. I was an authorized user. I'm probably still an authorized user on some of my parents' credit cards, if I'm being honest. Now, I ain't used none of my parents' credit card in 5,000 years, but I'm probably still an authorized user. Thank you, Felicia. Felicia said my theory makes sense to her. It was Quavo. My bad, y'all. It was Quavo, not Takeoff. I'm sorry. I said the wrong name. I'm sorry. Quavo. Yeah. I'm sorry. Quavo, y'all. I'm sorry. Quavo. I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect, y'all. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just saying it just seems, I don't listen when it comes to things like that. I just be 1 + 1 sometimes be equaling 2. Now I'm not saying that 1 + 1 always equals 2. I'm just saying sometimes 1 + 1 be equaling 2 to me. And again, I don't think maybe Cardi did not make that connection at first, and that's why she came live. I don't know. But trust and believe, one thing's for sure and 2 things for certain. The police are definitely involved. So if there is a connection, it'll come out. It'll come out in the wash. Because here's the reality of the situation. One thing about those gambling debts, baby. Wait a minute. What happened? Oh, Lord. Okay. One thing about them somebody, look, child. One thing about them gambling debts, I'm sorry, y'all. It comes out in the wash. And those gambling debts are, baby, dangerous. Especially depending on who you owe, baby, that stuff gets dangerous. Dangerous. Gambling is definitely the common denominator, and it gets that. Listen, and they talking about little $5,000, $8,000, and when I say little, I mean somebody owe me $5,000 is a problem. Somebody owe me $8,000 is a problem. But we talking about millionaires. So for millionaires, $5,000, $8,000 ain't a big deal. So the fact, and some people might be like, I mean, why wouldn't he just pay it? For some people, they could have the money and not pay it. And I know Offset isn't a bad situation, in my opinion. Offset is in a bad situation, but $5,000 really ain't that big of a deal when you move in certain circles. But it seems like he the kind of person that just don't want to pay. And if he reached out to Des Bryant, because I think Des Bryant was alleging that he reached out to get me money, to give him some money. The fact that you have the audacity to reach out to somebody that you already owe $5,000 to and ask for some more money, that's a problem. You have a problem. You burnt me for $5,000 and you asking me for money? Sir, go sit down somewhere. He definitely misses Cardi's money and does. He doesn't have he definitely misses Cardi's money. All right, y'all. I just put the link in the chat for I was going to say Arizona, Lord, for Alaska. As you guys know, the tribe has 2 cruises booked right now. Cruise number 1, February, Caribbean, 4 days, Valentine's Day / Super Bowl weekend. If you are interested in going, hit me up. We can make it happen. Okay. I do not have the current prices, but I can get you the information to help you get on the ship. It is not sold out. We're trying to get 50 rooms booked. Right now, we got 30. I thought we had 31, but we have 30 rooms booked. So we are more than halfway to our goal. Now, Don said he getting on that ship, and JB said he getting on that ship. So that's 2 people. We're working on Kim. Kim thinking about it. He thinking real hard about it. He even thinking about who his roommate can be. So that's 3. So will there be 17 more? We need 17 more to get to our goal for our cruise in February. And you have until November to pay the cruise off. So you still got plenty of time. You still have The rest of April, May, June, July, August, September, October, the end of November. The cruise don't have to be paid off till November the 28th. So you still got 8 months to pay that cruise off. It's a $200 deposit, and then you got 8 months to pay the balance. And they looked up the prices Monday, and Kay just said the prices are still really good. They're still pretty much the prices we had, so they're still in that range. So hit me up, hit me on Instagram, or send me an email if you need more information or what have you. I just put the link in the chat for Arizona. Why do I want to say Arizona? Lord, we're not going to Arizona. We're going to Alaska. We're going to Alaska. So I put that link in the chat for Alaska. Excuse me, for Alaska. Okay? With that being said, you guys, come on and get on that ship. Our goal for Alaska is 20 rooms. We already have 8 booked. We got 8 rooms booked, so we need 12 more to reach our goal for Alaska. Okay? And I know everybody ain't crazy about going to Alaska, but I've been wanting to go to Alaska for a very long time. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. And the ship, we're going on is one of the newer ships. It's the Quantum of the Seas. The ship for Alaska is one of the newer ships. It's Royal Caribbean. It's Quantum of the Seas. It got a bumper car. Tracy done already threatened. She done already threatened the people with the bumper cars. And I think they're planning a drunk bumper car excursion. I don't have nothing to do with that. That's between Tracy and her crew. I think they've already planned a drunk bumper car situation. I don't have nothing to do with that. That's Tracy and her crew. I don't have nothing to do with that. Also on the Quantum of the Seas, they have like a sky thing where you can go up and it gives you like this 360 view, however many feet above the ship. Which I'm definitely trying to get on that. I'm definitely trying to get on. Tracy said, OMG, we're doing drunk bumper cars. It's going to be amazing. Right. I told you, Tracy has already planned the drunk bumper car excursion. Just so y'all know. Tracy's already planned the drunk bumper car situation. Moving right along. They also have laser tag on the ship. So that sounds like fun as well. I feel like we're going to probably do some laser tag as well. We have Cams going. Y'all know Cams is, ex-military. I feel like he's going to be trying to plan a whole situation with the laser tag. So anyway, we're having a good time, you guys. We have some other trips that are on the horizon. I will announce them as we go. There are at least potentially 4 more trips coming up over the next year. So if you can't make the cruise, just hold on. We have potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have potentially 5 trips coming up over that I'll be announcing, I should say, over the next year. So get on board, get on the travel side with us, y'all. One of those trips is going to be an international cruise. That won't be until 2028. So we're not announcing that anytime soon. We'll be announcing that probably in about a year, but maybe sooner. So people can get their coins together. But we got an international trip that we are cruise that we are planning, and that will be June of 2028. June of 2028. I'll put those details out. Don't give it a while. I probably put those details out when we get back from the cruise in February is when I'll make that announcement and put all of those details out and people can start putting their deposits. I just don't want to inundate you guys with too much. So when we get back in February, we'll make that announcement. So that'll give everybody a little over a year. I don't know. Maybe I'll announce it. Maybe I'll announce it in November, December. Maybe I'll announce because I give people over a year. I want to give people plenty of time to pay. if they want to go, because it's going to be a little pricier because it's international. We got to get flights and stuff. So maybe because the final payment for February's cruise is due November the 28th. Maybe I'll make it December the 1st. I'll talk about it. I'll discuss it with the crew. They'll let me know what they think. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Jay, I'm calling you as soon as I get off of here. I'm calling you. Yes, Lexi. Lexi said, "Lord, yes, Lexi. Be ready, honey. We traveling. We are traveling." Yep, y'all better go ahead. Yeah, get your passports now. If you want to go ahead and put y'all paperwork in now. I need to do my global entry. I keep forgetting to do it. I need to put that on my to-do list, is to do my global entry. I do not have global entry right now, and I need to go ahead and apply. Even though right now I don't think they're processing anything, because aren't we still under a partial shutdown? I don't know. Y'all can definitely join us in February. That cruise is going to be fun. The bar crawl will be day 2. The bar crawl committee has some things planned. What did you want? Oh, I'll tell you offline. With that being said, y'all, I'm getting out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah, peace. Jay Wash, again, calling you right now. Tracy, I'm going to leave you a voice note telling you what it is before I forget. I'm going to leave you a voice note, and then Jay, I'm calling you. And then somebody made a payment on the Alaskan cruise. I just logged in. I see somebody made a payment. So as soon as I get done with Jay Wash, I will go in and check that out and figure out who made this. Go and see who made this payment and go ahead and process it. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Yeah, I got to look and see. I think somebody made a